So now let's see how we can add another or the next question type into our course presentation, where we are going to see how we can add a multiple choice. The next one is called the next one after single choice is called the multiple choice. To add a multiple choice, you have to click on the multiple choice button. So the first one is where you provide the question for the multiple choice. So now let's say the capital city of Nigeria is located in question. The capital city of Nigeria is located in, now let's say, Lagos. If you look at the options, under the available option, the first one is the text. Under the text is where you put the option. Let's say choice, either which one is for choice A or choice 1, for instance. Then immediately after that, you can see a correct block. If this is the correct answer, then you have to tick the correct box to signify that this is the correct answer among the choices, the options. The next one is to look at the tips and feedback. If you click on tips and feedback, can you see tips text? This is like a hint text that will appear before the user check the answer, while this one is a message display if this answer is selected. What do you want them to see if this answer is selected? Otherwise, you can decide what do you want them to see if this answer is not selected. For me, since I know Lagos is not my correct answer, I don't want to provide any tips. I don't want to provide any option or any method if this answer is not selected, but I want them to see something if this answer is selected. I want to tell them wrong answer. Try again. Wrong answer, try again. Move to the next one. So the next text now, Lagos, I want to say okay, let's say Abuja. I know Abuja is my correct answer, therefore I will tick correct. Then what do I want them to see if this answer is selected? Correct answer, I want to say well done. Then I want to add another option, because you can add as many options as you wish. For me, I want to have 4 options like A, B, C, D. So this will stand for C. I want to say Ilorin. Ilorin is not the correct answer, so what do I want them to see if this answer is selected? Wrong answer again. Add another block which is stand for C. Ilorin, then I want to say Benue. So after Benue, so I want them of course wrong answer. So having done with that, you can scroll down to check, scroll up and down to ensure everything is okay. Once you're done, then you have to scroll down and click on, remember you can check the other option like the range, the overall feedback, if you want them to see the overall feedback at the end of this particular assessment, if you want to provide any background of opacity and so on. Then I'm done. So look at my question now. So the next thing that I will do, I need to scroll down, click on save and display so that I can test. But I don't want to test at the moment. I want to add another slide so I can test another question. So I can add another question type, which is true or false question. When I'm done with true or false question, I can test multiple choice and true or false question at the same time. So now let me add a new slide. Then I will now click on true/false question. So having chosen that now, so true or false question, then let's say the registrar Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria is called Alhaji Faruk while the Director Education, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria is known as Mrs. Eze. Okay, so now look at the statement. Is the statement true or is false? So this is the next thing, is to provide the correct answer. Which one is the correct answer? Is either true or false. So I know it's the true. If it's false, then you will click on false, choose false. But since it's true, I'm going to select true. You can check behavioral setting, show confirmation, and then you can check all this available option if you wish to. Feedback on the correct answer, feedback on the wrong answer. I want feedback on the correct answer. Yes, you are correct. Feedback for the wrong answer, you are wrong. Please study NMCN again. Okay, so now can you see feedback for the correct answer? You are correct. Yes, you are correct. Feedback for the false answer, for the wrong answer, you are wrong. Please study NMCN again. So I can scroll down, check other options if you wish to, comment and so on. If I are done, click on that. So let me expand this as usual. Remember, you can add a background picture to a particular page, or you can add a picture per page. Supposing now in this question I want to add a picture, you can click, can you see a slide background? If it's a background picture you wish to add, you can add a background picture. But remember, when adding a background picture, you have to ensure that the picture doesn't cover, or the background picture enable the user to read the question very well. Otherwise, you can add a picture. So let's see how we can add a background picture. For instance, click on this slide background, this slide image color, then I can click on add. So let me go somewhere I can have pictures. Mega plus. Okay, I have a picture. Okay, let me choose this. Can you see now? Can you see what I'm saying? So having done with that, because I have chosen this particular slide, so the background picture is not going to affect the other slide. So can you see what I'm saying? Ensure that the background picture doesn't cover your question. You can see the question clearly. So I can raise it up like this, or I can shift it this way. It's of course up to you. If you look at the other slide, it doesn't have the background picture. For instance, in alternative to putting a background picture, you can put a picture as well. Rather than putting a background picture, image, click on image, choose the image that you wish to add. Okay, I want to add this image 100%, so if my picture is there, so I can scroll down, I will say done. So can you see my picture? I can put it aside just to beautify my page. Same with this. If I wish to add a picture, you can add a picture here. So having done with the last two questions, let me take away the background picture. Okay, just let me leave it so that we can understand how we can add a background picture. Oh, but you can still change the background picture if you wish to. Let me change the background picture. You can click on this to remove, confirm. So let's choose another background picture. Okay, let's choose background picture that will give us exactly what we want. Okay, let me choose this. It's uploading. So once you upload the background picture, you can now, sorry, I'm still uploading the background picture. The network is relatively slow. So I'm about to upload the background picture. I know the network is relatively slow. Okay, so now let's add on the background picture is there. Once you are done, you can click on save and display. So I have now clicked on save and display. So now let me go ahead and test my last two questions. Remember we have tested this. We only added a picture. This we are okay with this, and we have tested the paste which is the fill in the missing word question. We have tested this single line question, I mean. So we are going to test this. The capital city of Nigeria is located in Benue. No. Wrong answer. Try again. Can you see the outcome? So we'll try. So I'm gonna quickly choose Abuja. Can you see how it's shuffling? Checked. Correct answer. Well done. So now let's go to the last one and test. The registrar NMCN is called Alhaji Farooq, while Director Education NMCN is known as Mrs. Ade. So I know my statement is true, but let me choose false. Oh, retry. Okay, let me choose false. You are wrong. Please study NMCN again. That means you have to study Nursing and Midwifery Council once again. So now, true. Let's choose that and see. You are correct. Okay. So this is how you can add a different question type to your course presentation. You can do it. It's of course up to you as a teacher. You can put it at the beginning of your presentation or at the end of your presentation, but mainly it's used at the end of the presentation. When you put in the lecture note, you can test the understanding whether really the learning has taken place or not. After you are done with your presentation, you can now add a different question type, reflecting back to what you have taught your student to see if lesson is really taking place. Thank you very much. In a nutshell, this is a guide on how to add different question type to your course presentation using